a first-degree felony. I've received the pre-sentence report as well as I've visited with the attorneys, and for the record, we have also Ms. Randy King here, who is the assistant district attorney that handled the termination and CPS kind of portion of this case with regard to the children. I've received, has everyone had an opportunity to review the pre-sentence report?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are there any additions or corrections to that report?
No. No additions or corrections.
Ms. Smolfino?
Judge, I would just ask the court take judicial knowledge of the conversation we have had with the court and the understanding that this has been discussed at length upstairs. Ms. King has also provided me a tremendous amount of guidance, which I thank her and appreciate everything she's done with her wealth of knowledge and experience in guiding me through this case. I know the facts themselves are extremely egregious. It's difficult for all of us to look at. I would recommend Ms. Schultz is getting this opportunity because she has availed herself of certain things and tried to make progress. The children, her rights have been terminated, which she voluntarily gave them up, and they have been relocated out of state to a stable environment to where they will not have to testify against their mother, which was something that we took into a great deal of consideration. I would ask the court consider special needs safety in lieu of ISF cognitive. I think it is a more lengthy and a more appropriate term in custody as either an upfront type of sanction, but more so to give her the tools to be successful on this probation, because as the court is aware, and I'm sure Mr. Samuel has advised Ms. Schultz, and I do not mean this statement to seem punitive, but if Ms. Schultz is back before you on a violation of this probation because of this opportunity she's been giving, the amount of time that the state will be asking for will be overwhelming.
Thank you, Ms. Smolfino. Anything, Mr. Samuel?
Yes, Your Honor. I understand the position of the state. However, I have to look at things from the position of the individual. The pre-sentence investigation report shows that she has no prior criminal history. It shows that she has no drug problem. There is a question about the alcohol. However, we believe that that can be done without the need of the inpatient treatment of the ISF. We believe that she's finally working. That is one of the most important things that she has to deal with in what she's gone through. She's experienced the trauma of relationships, and I think all of that is stated in the pre-sentence investigation report. But what you do not hear is the experience with the other partners of the children. She has carried this burden. She has tried to do the best that she could at the time. She's educated, she has a degree, but she has not been able to find employment. She's finally working, you know, and we just ask that this be held in advance for at least 90 days. That will show if there's an alcohol problem. That will show if there are other problems that she's experienced. She has been to a mental health specialist for counseling, and she will get with them again. And we believe that if that is a part of the order for mental health compliance and conditions, she can do that. But let her prove to the court that this is not just her as it is today. This is a result of everything that she's experienced in her life at this point. I just pray that the court will have mercy on her and give her that opportunity.
Well, Ms. Schultz, you're getting mercy today. You're getting mercy from these ladies as well as myself, if I go along with this agreement. Mr. Samuel has worked very hard and is very passionate about helping you, and I appreciate that. My position on this is based on a couple of things. One, the horrendous nature of this offense and what you put all of your children through, all 10 of them, is beyond anything that I have seen in 30 years of practicing law. 30. And so you're not walking out of here today My initial thought was some upfront time, but if I'm gonna stick you in jail, then I might as well put you somewhere where you're getting some help that you need, so that when you are released, you hopefully will be able to be a productive part of our society. But whatever trauma you've been through is incomparable to the trauma that you've put your children through. So at this time, I'm going to find that you previously entered your plea of guilty freely and voluntarily. Find sufficient evidence to find you guilty. I'm going to follow this agreement only because of the work that Ms. Malfino and Ms. King and your attorney have done, and the agreements that they've reached, and I understand why. Part of that is so that your children don't have to be re-traumatized and come back here for a trial and testify against you. I don't want to re-traumatize your children, and that's the only reason I'm really going along with it. I will defer all proceedings, place you on probation for 10 years. You will be ordered to pay the $1,000 fine and follow all of the rules and conditions of probation. One of those is going to be that you enter and successfully complete the special needs safety program. You will be on the mental health caseload when you're released, and you'll have aftercare through Spindletop. That is now part of your probation. So if you don't follow through with any mental health services that are recommended through Spindletop or probation, that's going to be a violation of your probation. You will also be ordered to remain in Jefferson County, Texas. You cannot leave Jefferson County without permission. You cannot go anywhere near or see your children. You've terminated that relationship. I know they're with family. And so there's no Christmases where you show up or they bring the children down or anything like that. That's done, that's over. If you want to leave Jefferson County, it has to be with my permission, and I will have to know where you're going and to what extent and things like that. If you do everything you're supposed to do on this probation, I cannot stress enough what kind of opportunity this is that you're being given. If you, however, violate any condition of probation, if you're back here in court, obviously this isn't a case that I will ever forget. And Ms. Malfino will also, like she said, if you violate probation and come back in here, depending on the case, what you violated and how you violated, you could go to prison for anywhere between 5 years and up to the rest of your life in prison. Do you understand? I'm handing you the trial court certification that shows this was an agreement and I followed it. So you've waived your right to appeal. So you can go, that's for her. You can go back with the bailiff. Thank you, Ms. King. Thank you, Ms. Malfino, Mr. Singh.